I'm surprised just by Lijiang Tower by T1. They've been going to boost on an Oasis. It's Donghak, Hammond's supremacy. He's been wrecking. T1 only lost maps in that loss that they just had. They have been perfect from here on out. But out the gates, Control Center, Twisted Mind's very happy to go to this first round, and maybe even opting to try and fight in server and use that wall for great value.
Vigilante just fell over there. All right. Maybe not expecting Quartz here every single shot. You probably should. Quick int into the back line for T1. I think it is worth keeping in mind, of course. Rather quick turnaround from the last series. And a lot of pressure as well for them. I mean, you're obviously not feeling great after that tragic loss to Team Falcon, so...
You're almost able to build up towards the Blizzard, but almost is not enough. And look, T1 already have that server control, trying to get their flankers behind Twisted Minds, and they're going to barrier engage.
That is a beat and a half. UB can just contest the point from behind the wall against the Venture. Zest hits the burrow, fight's done. See how aggressive this off angle here for Zest is going to be. Nice early wall, window, now the overclock from Proud. Oh, but Quartz deals him a rather deadly blow there with the 6-shooter. Zest ends up killing UB though, and that tectonic shock ends up hitting 2. Zest again finding this off angle, went through this miniature health pack, then found himself behind in an easy ult.
What the heck just happened? Zest just killed 3 and saved the fight.
Okay, stay on top as well. Twisted Minds are going to push it into the point. They haven't got this Blizzard, but sound barrier at their backs. Skewed's going to use his first. I don't think Donghak actually got that beat. Is that 3-man sound barrier there from Skewed? That's not good. High noon from Quartz is going to isolate people. It's a complete split from T1 now. Nice shot from Quartz too, finishing off on that high noon damage. Pretty easy flip, and now T1 have to touch Mr. Donghak. Well, Skewed's down, Donghak on the ball. How much can he realistically do? Zest has already cleared 1, so, and that lamp down. Doesn't mean they're going to get control of the point just this moment, but Donghak's doing enough to turn the ire of chasing the wrecking ball right now. Good vortex, so they're going to be able to boof him in too. Doesn't look like it, but still get the kill anyway. The window, pretty deadly. Proud waiting for someone to peek it, but they're not going to give him the angle. Quartz, though, double peeks around the corner. Unfortunately for Astro, he survives. However, it's all Zest now. Popped his ult. Now the Ravenous Vortex is hitting. Lamb comes in for a lick of sustainability as Donghak's able to actually get back, and yet completely winnable. All right, he's been practicing his rollouts in backstage, but I don't think they're going to let him. Oh, there it is. Beautiful stuff there from the supports. Boop, being Astro away. Good first round from T1.
See if he can lock down the Orisa before she pops the gold. And Zest lurks about, and T1 want dojo control, but they're very scattered. Where is Donghak going?
Oh, yeah, nice. Ravenous Vortex there by KSA. Oh, and a better boot from Buddy Astro. Donghak a little bit confused, scratching the head a little bit there as the supports from T1 are running to spawn. Pop that on the entrance. Ideally, you use it halfway through the point. You don't use it on that little door there. Pretty easy to escape otherwise. KSA goes pretty low. A lot of cooldowns used by Donghak, though. Has to save the gold. Case of emergencies. Lamp ends up getting deployed as well, as that Annihilation is going to be good for damage. Quartz on the sidelines. A window for a window there, but Quartz just had the better lineup.
But Donghak's just trying to keep KSA in check, but then you let Quartz take an angle and no one marked him. That's got to be up to Proud or Zest. Anyone cannot let Quartz go free. He will hit the headshots. Twisted Minds clearly took that break between matches to regain. They already look like they have a lot more life, and Quartz, a double kill?
Yeah, kind of easy for Quartz by the looks of it right now. GC player Gab just shrugs. Yep. All right, fair enough. Skewed is now attempting to escort his team. There's the sound barrier. STC overtime in session as both beats have been used. High Noon's going to get sped through the center of the map, but quickly speared. A Terror Surge grabs Quartz in. A block, so Quartz takes 0 damage. Nice stuff there coming from UB. A little bit of teamwork with the block, but unfortunately the fight was on the point. The fight Twisted Minds needed to pay attention to.
Although the window from Vigilante could come in time, you got the immortality, you got gold, you have answers.
And look at Zest to go crazy here. Oh, he gets one already, dashes over. No way you're expecting that. Zest, oh my goodness. God. His Terror Surges are just delightful to watch.
At the front, Vigilante ready to set up with the window. Proud by his side.
That's a really forward window, though. Yeah, you're just going to walk through that. KSA's just going to ignore you completely. His big bouldering body just breaking the window in half. Pops down the barrier now, still has to hold on to this point. The backline, though, of his is in trouble. Simple isolated by Skewed there, as well as Donghag. Clean up from Zest comes in, and that's another fight win for T1. And now it is the last for Twisted Minds. A small stagger onto Yubi is going to cost them big time as well. He's going to be late to the fight. He's probably going to have to swap Tracer. Oh, wait, Quartz is already Tracer? Maybe not.
Man, just T1 keep coming back from the brink of defeat. And now have to try and deny the touch from Quartz.
Venture will do. Got to be quick now as T1 can just basically flood the point, just pick off individual members of Twisted Minds. Simple's already getting chased. A beautiful Terror Surge, and that lamp was ineffective for Simple. Just dragged away from it. And a nice round win for T1. And that'll be the first map under their belt as well. A lot of cash moolah, cash money on the line, of course, as well as those club points. Big for Twisted Minds, in fact, because Team Liquid very much in the lead. They've got the game wins, they've got the points, they're on top right now. Cancelling the block with the sleep as he goes into the sleep and then wake up animation is normally enough for you to get bursted as the ramp.
For sure. Twisted Minds aren't going too crazy with the TP, but wait, he got Proud, putting shots down. Here's the escape from T1.
Oh, he's going to give Mans Nano boost as UB TP's into the back line, and that's one scary Symmetra. Oh, you got the shield there? No worries. I can TP behind you again, Donghag. Well, the lamp ends up coming in. There's the sleep dart, and oh, full charge is UB right now. Continues his solo mission. Look at that James Bond out there, 1v like 6ing.
Oh my God.
UB sends a right click through the door, and Skew dies. T1 are crumbling right now like the rock before the tide.
Yeah, and look at this time bank too. If Twisted Minds win this, it's so cooked, and Quartz opens it up.
I mean, they got the orbital ray. Captive Sun is going to connect as well. You gotta think. Quartz is pretty low in the sidelines here, still trying to get away, but has reached the edge of the map. Skew double tapping Simple in the backline to detonate that Captive Sun. But with Donghag dead, the longevity on this point is being cut short. The healing pylon doing its work, though, for the time being. Healing players on the point, but Skew still ends up going down to the pulsar torpedoes of Buddy Astro. Finally, looks like Twisted Minds are going to get this done, although Donghag is back on the Doom, but no ults, no hope. Turrets get the kill, and there's 5-minute time bank for Twisted Minds. They're going to try and take height, at least on these stairs. Looks like maybe Simple's in the line for a nano onto KSA. Pretty deadly, in fact, with the Annihilation, or just with that Nemesis form. Nade, Nano, you're going to need to pop it in a second. Good little sleep, those going to start us off. There it is. Self-Nano as well for Simple, so he's doing a lot of extra damage now. Donghag way out of position as the terror in KSA just continues through the back line of T1. I'm not sure you're going to escape this one, Vigi. I don't think you're getting out alive. I mean, Skewed, he's desperately like, I've got right-click heals, maybe. Captive Sun. There it is, on the high ground. Oh, Quartz, you see that? Little updraft straight over the sun. His whole body blotting it out. It didn't end up, if it connected with someone, didn't get a kill. Hasn't been visible to us, Skewed, sadly. Quartz says I'm falling to Zest, but I mean, Twisted Minds just running this one in.
Gives chance for Vigilante to try and build up towards this nano as well. Twisted Minds just waiting for the right opportunity, but Zest lurks. Simple as low, misses the sleep. That's huge for Zest.
Yeah, Zest with a nice two-piece. Actually gets Quartz too. A Tracer versus an Ana and a Cash. You don't expect Zest to win that, but of course he does.
They haven't been able to execute on these ults because they're so worried about where Zest is.
Oh, that nade was sick. They're just going to TP away as that wall is planted in a rather precarious spot. Nano boost onto Donghag now, and the Annihilation ensues. Quartz is going to go down first, but Zest is traded. Proud looking below him, looking for a bolus target, and hits KSA. Another large nade by Vigilante sends 2 players purple, and now the front line of Twisted Minds is waning. Proud taking to the skies again. Proud continues to just stay airborne as he gets a triple at the end. All good. We didn't see it. Not Skewed, nice. No out first, and honestly, wouldn't even matter anyway. Uh-oh, 1v1, he's got nade, should be good. Yeah, easy. Quartz survives. Has to get back now. Good movement from Astro. He's going to use the orbital ray and just push the tempo to the max. Teleports onto Vigilante. The Captive Sun completely denied. Suzu cleanses the Sunburst as Quartz finds a double. And the final push to point C ends in a team kill. 0 time in the time bank left. And Quartz knows it's over. If you have that outburst, it could be kind of tough for an Ilari to play. He's got a captive Sun almost, though. He's 5% away. Nano boost and a TP away. It's the outburst. Can he actually escape? No, he cannot. You pop the ult there, you definitely die. You're a little slow when you insta-pop it. Looks like Twisted Mind's just going for a reset. Only the Nano used by T1, though, so... Well, that's the wall. Simple's now completely isolated from the rest of his team. Anti-Nade's been so good from Vigilante as well. Orbital Ray from the high ground's going to get matched here by Skewed's low. Captive Sun connects with Proud, and there's the detonation. Has gotten one. Used the Orbital Ray for a brief moment. Now trying to duel out with Vigilante below. A nice railgun shot from Quartz, hitting the front to back as Skew kind of dodging out the way of Simple, who was just hitting the skybox. Donghag last alive here on the point, receiving a little healing coming in, but that's all she wrote as T1 don't manage to get it over the line.
It is do or die for T1, or Twisted Minds are going to tie the series.
Oh, nice stuff there. Caught Zest unaware as they try to TP away. They was going to have to seal the deal for them in this point. There is going to be Donghag just forcing around the corner, but he's already 1 HP. I mean, the nade off the backboard there is going to be good for damage onto KSA, but instantly pops the Annihilation. Yep, and the wall too. Just too many ults for Twisted Minds, and that's going to be map. They tie up the series. We are going to Atlas as our next map. It's going to be a flashpoint with T1 banning the Cass and Wrecking Ball banned by Twisted Minds.
Yeah, T1 have chosen Atlas against Falcons. It was a very close...
Disruption shot taking a lot of people there, but it will be a teleport away for Twisted Minds. Proud directly above them at this point. Spots Quartz though, maybe on an off angle. Zest is now going to try and actually collapse onto UB, who knows they don't have TP anymore, so sitting duck is that Symmetra.
It was a very back and forth game, but Zest is low, so T1 have to regroup. They're fine kind of giving up this cap and trying to intercept people from taking the teleport as well. Oh, Mama Rack is here. Hey, gatos. Hey. Oh, the observers say hi too. Hey.
And there's going to be a big problem now as double DPS, double support op in for T1. Can be thrown out, of course. It was Simple used that rush fairly early to try and put themselves on the point. They're going to extend this for quite a considerable amount of time, though, our Twisted Minds. It's a good 90% on the board. Or misses that one, though, sadly. Overclock for Proud, and there's the wall in response. Proud having to find a different angle.
Oh, one man.
This wall is just doing so much. A little one-man sound barrier, though, from Skewed, yeah. The wall from UB just basically deleted 3 ults. This overclock, tectonic shock, and the sound barrier completely denied by UB's wall. Quartz is going to finish this one off with a nice little railgun shot thrown towards Vigilante. That's a cap, and that's a point for Twisted Minds.
Proud didn't have the best line of sight. Yeah, at least converts 1, better than 0 with Donghag. Still doing a lot of damage and surviving despite the whole team looking at him. And T1 get the cap off of that. So I would say mission accomplished, but can they deny the recap here? Donghag against KSA on the point.
Yeah, I mean, they've got sound barrier to fight into and this Annihilation. Realistically, you only need to pop 1, maybe 0 now that Zest is dead. Yeah, this Doomfist is just so tough. Yeah, Funny Ash has had the sound barrier for quite some time now. Now Skewed has one as well. Proud on an awkward angle, on the low ground, even on some stairs, and now has to deal with this wall. The UB wall value is just immense. And now it's all on Quartz, just punching, getting punched away, but I mean, Zest is the one really to deal with in there as Zest comes in with another tectonic shock, hits a 2-piece, and he's not done. He ends up now trying to deal with KSA, but he's just so healthy. Those shields you get for using abilities just sustain you in the fight for so long. Twisted Minds get OT, but T1 get the cap. Yeah, and you're in such a good spot too if you're Twisted Minds. Like, you just pop the rush down here. You got to deal with this meteor strike, sure, but the power-up punch is the one true thing you have to be really scared of. Teleport away for Simple. Donghag is still punching, he's still going. But now, without many cooldowns left, it's going to be a big trouble cleaning everybody else up. A perfectly timed Suzu there from Simple to stop the punch going onto KSA, but he still is felled by Skew. Twisted Minds with the point flip again as it's just broken down into an absolute dogfight. But it is Quartz with a railgun headshot onto Skew. That will end it all. Twisted Minds now 2 points up. Twisted Minds are going to try and force their way in. Okay, they spotted Donghag at the very least, got the block out of him, and the burrow too. Large cooldowns being expended by T1. Sound barrier connects with 3 for Twisted Minds. Proud on not the best angle in the world. A little bit too far away, missing a couple of those overclock shots. And in fact, now Quartz is going to go and try to challenge him. Point gets capped by Twisted Minds. There is T1. All right, hits it on the point. Connects with 5 this time around, and here comes the tectonic shot straight through the wall. UB with no movement skills, you're done. Finding Astro does manage to boop Zest away for the time being as that ult fades away. Wall is going to get completely destroyed here. It eventually disappears, but this rush is overwhelming from Twisted Minds as Quartz unleashes the overclock yet again, and it is only Donghack for T1 that is left standing.
And now, a few more % away before the map.
Yeah, they shouldn't C9 here. There's no shots. OT. Terror Surge though. There's the burrow. Uh-oh, Zest, you're in trouble. Has got a Drow Dash, of course, to get away, but the Terror Surge instantly grabs him back in, and a body shot from Quartz will do the venture. And there it is, a 3-0 on Atlas for Twisted Minds. One map away from securing a podium position. You TP past the choke point. If you get the first point, you can TP up to high ground. You can TP cross bridge. Like, there are so many good spots for Sim to be played here. I mean, UB's just gonna have a field day if T1
will be able to harass. Remember, it's about getting those dash resets. You're gonna be a sitting duck, and wait, I don't think you want to be lasered by a Symmetra either. Can't deflect those.
Nice wall though by Donghack. Does split the team for a brief moment, but it's free charge for the Sim too. You can hold up the spike guard, sure, and it will be proud. Just couple of take aim shots in the small corridor. That deals with UB. Back simple as well. There is one kill, but yeah, there's no shot. I mean, Quartz gets away. Tried to time that perfectly, but you know what? Genji, Hazard, T1. Oh, I like it.
Yeah, Twisted Minds, I guess, tried to get the jump onto Zest, but now it's about riding out this momentum, not letting Twisted Minds set up on the top of the castle. But what is this proactive push? This is so aggressive from Twisted Minds.
I mean, this is what they've been doing all tournament long, is just pushing other teams to the limits, just pushing all the way to the spawn. There's a couple of kills coming in. A little bit of extra stagger for KSA. Trying to get Quartz out alive is going to be a hard task, and yeah, it ends up going down to the kunai. KSA is just going to reset on the point, although as thrusters in a couple of seconds, no, uses them for a bit more of an offensive play. Yeah, looking to maybe force out a TP on the high ground. Downport's available from Donghack. B ends up connecting as well for both teams. Quartz stuck in place, but it's all good. Doesn't need to walk around. Vigilante just walks in front of him. Kill onto the Kiriko. Proud, very accurate with the take aim shots, but yeah, can't really survive here. We're not with KSA, just assaulting the high ground whenever he possibly can.
The social distancing blade, but just a good teleport from UB, knowing what to expect, but that's a good first blood.
Yeah, good kill by Quartz. That TP has been destroyed as well. UB received the Suzu for a brief second. Bowler shot eaten by KSA, as well as Donghack. Proud now in trouble. Uses the updraft to get to the high ground, creating a bit of distance between himself and KSA down on the point. He's going to be able to get away. In fact, maybe even gets the D-mech as well. No, KSA a little bit too swift with it. Simple now in trouble. Oh, Zest. Oh, dashes the mini, but should end up falling over. Self-destruct. He's so low.
And setting up Quartz for a big high noon. Having KSA Matrix that is critical.
Beat high noon, and there's the return beat. Quartz, 600 HP, just marching forward. Never seen a Cassidy so quick. Doesn't end up falling for the deflect there, as late as it was. Rush in the castle. Point on the other side of the doors, by the way, guys. UB does end up going down to Vigilante, and a very aggressive push by T1. Love Vigilante just whipping around the corner, using that rush, and that's going to secure them the point too. And there's the downpour. Ends up getting cleansed and a quick TP away, and that's it's about a 1 meter teleport, but it's good enough some of the time. Blade pull from Zest gets the reset onto Quartz. That's good enough for one, and that's good enough for me, I think. And it's going to be a Suzu onto KSA. Forces Zest into an awkward spot, and he ends up paying for it. 2 minutes to go as they round the final corner. I mean, history could just repeat itself here, to be honest with you, if they end up sound barring in. Well, there's the beat, there's the high noon. That's a lot of damage, a little TP as well. He is so quick with it. Looking like a particle in the Hadron Collider as Vigilante ends up going down to the high noon. Bolus connects with the backline, but Proud now turning his attention to UB, who's found himself on the wrong side of the map. KSA ends up killing Skewed and gets their remake with that self-destruct, but the Baby Diva quickly killed off.
T1 don't have the resources to run this marathon, and there's less than a minute. They're running out of options.
Oh, there's the rush on the point, yeah. Options cut exactly in half now as one of the DPS die for T1. These miniature turrets, by the way, proving to be quite a nuisance to any mobile characters, i.e. every single member of T1. They keep running into them as they go for the dive. They're just slowed down, lasered, and then it's Quartz just shooting fish in a barrel.
They cannot make a mistake here.
Show me how big this blade is, Zest. 25 HP, 3% towards the blade. You've got to get through this wall, but easy for the Genji. Adventure now into the back to try and separate people. 3 turrets looking at skewed, though. Blade's been popped by Zest. The sound barrier is going to help him survive and sustain through this fight. Zest just swinging his own demons in the air as T1 don't even get the completion. Get across safely, or at least try to. Nice right click on Proud. Easy kill for KSA. Great reposition. I like the way Yubi uses TPs as well. TPs his team into a position, they're not afraid to use it again to get further back, knowing that T1 might want to just int-onto him on the actual teleport exit.
And Donghak tried to play interference. Twisted Mind saw him, ignored him, and TP'd and sort of blind Suzu. KSA is going to have to conserve his Matrix to help out Quartz.
That's still boot there. That was a take-aim shot directed straight at Yubi. Slam timing there was beautiful from Donghak. Well, this Polish is going to be rather deadly. Oh, straight towards Quartz. Oh, rolls out of it completely. Does end up getting rolled into Zest, and oh, that's a free kill. Thank you very much, Donghak. Oh, well, the payload's going to get moving now. That was a disastrous fight there for T1. Just couldn't hold that gate.
Trying to go for a high-risk, high-reward. Now Quartz still looking to be hunted. Goes into a low-ceiling area where this Donghak cannot access him.
All right, well, funny Astro down. Quartz on the high ground with the backup of Simple, but the fight is in a different side of the map currently. Yeah, there's Des with the cleanup.
Forced out the teleport from the Kiriko, so Donghak's going to give his focus to someone else.
Oh, wait, come on. That must have been a booth, actually, from Funny Astro, surely. Straight up into the self-destruct. They end up trading as UB falls. 4-man sound barrier for T1, looking to demec KSA ASAP, but I think he's going to be able to survive. Yeah, over health dissipating. And now Skew just trying to get the kill onto Quartz. KSA playing goalkeeper right now for the rest of his team, but not if Donghak has anything to say about it. Respawn, roll into everybody, and Zest does the rest.
Wasting time, but now Twisted Minds are on the cart, and they'll have to sustain with both support ultimates.
Oh, UB in trouble. Nice Suzu timing again from Simple. There is going to be the tectonic shock in the low ground. Now Zest trying to find people, but the entirety of Twisted Minds just went height. Funny Astro is pretty low, just skating along that car, but Yubi on the point again, just frying people with these turrets. Waiting for Donghak maybe to reappear, but Quartz is just going to continue on the high ground. It's up to Donghak here to try and deal with him, and deal with him he does with the help of Proud on the Tracer. Oh, and a TP bomb kills the Tracer too. Uh-oh, well, all good though. T1 should be able to hold from here. Only Yubi to deal with. Yeah. 30 now for Twisted Mind. Quick flip, sound barrier. Hits 4. Skewed is in. He couldn't be more in if he tried. My word. Okay, Twisted Mind's clearly ready for that. Didn't even need their own sound barrier either. Skewed just went demon mode in the backline, but unfortunately, he was exercised.
And T1, yeah, they have Vigilante, and he's already low. Twisted Minds are heading for the win.
Simple got 30% towards this ultimate as well. Self-destruct for KSA still available. 4 meters to go, and they're just chasing down this ball. I mean, KSA can just run it home now. Zest and Proud are going to have to do some seriously heavy lifting. I'm talking Ronnie Coleman-esque lifting right now. 1 minute to go. Rush on the point. Quartz looking for his next victim. A headshot onto Zest. Donghak on the emergency Reinhardt to try and sustain on the point, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Reinhardt brought down. Vigilante puts Rush on the point, but it's all Quartz. It's Quartz all day, every day, even an Ajax to top it off, as Twisted Minds find the podium finish and finish 3rd at EWC at the Mid-Season Championships.